This is going to be what I think you guys will find to be the most interesting thing I teach you today. Why? Because all of you like reading people, and that's what this is. Rapport. So what the fuck does this word even mean, right? Even in English, most people don't know what this word means. So rapport is when you have an unconscious line of communication with someone where you're literally so connected to them that I'll pause. Right now, you just crossed your leg. Right? You just crossed. Don't move. Put your leg back. His leg is crossed. Her leg is crossed. Your leg is crossed. And so is yours. It's not an accident. It's because they're sitting together. Your legs are crossed. You guys did the exercise together? You guys didn't talk to each other once? Just sitting next to each other the whole time? That's good enough, right? They're best friends. Their legs are crossed. Both your legs are crossed exactly the same way, both leaning back. Okay, this is what rapport looks like. She just crossed her legs because she looked at them and wanted to get in rapport. She unconsciously just crossed her legs. Okay, I'm just showing you every single one of you is constantly using something in your brain. It's called a mirror neuron. A mirror neuron to look at the other person and blend in. Remember, you want to blend into the crowd. That's just part of the way the brain works. Remember when I had him up on stage and I yelled at him and I said, relax, and then he calmed down? But he wouldn't calm down when I was like, relax. Relax. Why wasn't he calming down? Because I wasn't mirroring him. I wasn't matching him. I wasn't understanding him. I wasn't like him. If you want to create rapport with someone, there's only two ways to have rapport. You either are like them, so you are literally similar to them. If you go to China and you find an Asian person and they tell you they're Jewish, what happens? You guys are closer, right? Why? Because they're like you. So either they're like you or you want to be like them. You look up to them. Those are the two people you have rapport with. Someone you want to be like or someone who's like you. Make sense? So how do you know? Well, there's physical signs that show you someone's in rapport with you. Now, why would I want to be in rapport with someone? I want to be in rapport because who are you more likely to buy from? If your best friend in the whole world tells you, you have no idea how amazing this thing is, you have to buy it. Are you more likely to buy it? Yes or no? Yeah, your best friend told you. Now, is your best friend always right? Maybe not. But you have rapport with them, so you'll trust them. I will literally go get fucked and buy a car that's more expensive because I like the salesman better. Why? Because at least I know I like him. If someone doesn't like you or doesn't have rapport with you, at some level, on the surface, it could look like you have no rapport at all. You could be cursing each other out. You could be rude to each other. But if someone is still following your lead, you still have rapport with them. You still have rapport with them. So how do you know? Well, there's a bunch of things you could do to instantly create a connection. Like to the point where before you even meet someone, they like you. I gave you guys this example yesterday. If you were to go to a restaurant, right, and you start taking a sip of water or whatever you have, every time someone at another table does the same thing, assuming they can see you, right? If my back is facing you, this doesn't work. They have to be able to see you at some level, like on the side of their eyes, the peripheral, in front of you. They have to see you. Every time they pick up their water bottle, you pick yours up. They do it, you do it. They do it, you do it. Eventually, you do it, and guess what's going to happen from them? They're going to do it. You're going to touch your face. What are they going to do? They're going to touch their face. You're going to nod your head. What are they going to do? They're going to nod their head. And then when you walk up to them and you say, hey, what's up? What do you think they're going to say? Hey, what's up? But guess what? They're going to feel like they know you. Now, what if you're sitting across from someone and nothing is moving? Well, if you want to create a connection, you got to have more rapport. I remember I had a client of mine, and we were sitting down together, and he was talking to me about a negotiation he had, and he said that he was talking to this guy for 4 hours, and he could not stand him. And then finally, in his mind, he said, you know what? I'm just going to pretend to like him. And the second he did that, the guy decided to budge on the negotiation, and he got closer to where he wanted. I'm like, okay, I'm willing to bet if there was a camera in the room, which there wasn't, that he immediately got into rapport with him when he changed his mindset. So there's a bunch of ways to create rapport, and we're going to practice them. The first one is body language. So if someone does something like crosses their arms And then I cross my legs. I also cross my arms. I'm automatically matching and mirroring their body. So I'm creating more rapport. Now, besides body language, what else can I do? Like inside of someone's body language, what else can I mirror? I can mirror their gestures. So if someone goes like this, right? If someone goes, hey, Mata, forget, let me forget it, right?
What, are you dumb? No, you're dumb.
It's rapport, whether it doesn't look like it. I'm even mirroring the anger, right? I'm mirroring the whole thing. So if you see couples that are fighting, they're doing the same shit. They're just in rapport in a negative state. So whoever leads that and starts it should just lead a positive state. You'll notice that the other person follows into a positive state. Yeah. I'll give you a good story here. I have a friend, his name is Naeem. And he comes in, so he came over to my house and he was parking in the driveway in a way that was blocking one of my cars. And I was on a call. And I told one of my employees that was at my house, I'm like, yo, go tell Naeem not to block my car because I have to leave. He goes outside and Naeem's on a call in the car and he's telling him, hey, don't park here. Marcel's about to leave. And he comes back inside. Naeem comes in and he starts yelling at my employee. His name's Osama. If you guys know where my employees are from, you can get it. Anyways, it's different in the US, okay? We don't discriminate. Anyways, so he starts yelling at Osama. He's like, what the fuck are you doing? And I look at him like, Naeem, what the fuck are you saying? And he goes like this. I'm like, you see, it doesn't work, does it? From that day, 2 years ago, he's never been angry again. Why? Because I literally mirrored it. I shoved it in his face, what he's doing. And then he stopped. He's like, oh shit, I guess I shouldn't be doing this. So if someone's angry, guess what they respond to? Anger. So speak their language, mirror their language. And then the second you do it, so if you yell at me, say something rude, just say something rude to me. You look bad. See, it doesn't work, does it? And then you change it and you lead them, right? So you throw it back in their face and then you change your tone. Make sense? So body language. What else? Breathing. You'll notice when you're really connected to someone, you breathe at the same exact rhythm. So if you want someone to relax, I'll give you an example. If I suddenly go, how many of you just took a deep breath? Raise your hand. Rapport. Right? So breathing, blinking. You ever talk to someone and you're like, wait, I don't even notice. They don't even fucking blink. Like they're not like, when do we blink? Well, you blink at the exact same time. So you start matching and mirroring your blinking. You're like, you blink, they blink. You blink, they blink. Same exact time. You're like, well, that person never fucking blinks. What the fuck is going on? Well, it's because you're in rapport, right? What else do you match and mirror? Everything. So I had this experiment going on to the point where I had this theory that you can match and mirror everything. Like people will literally copy everything you do. So I would cross my leg and I'd go like this with my feet. He's already doing it, right? Point is you're doing it. All right. All of a sudden, I noticed people around me would do it. So here's what I started to learn. I'm like, wait a sec. There are people who are in rapport with other people to the point where I'm like, I could start to see things, layers of things no one else would see. So I'm with my friend Jason. This is like 7 years ago or something. We go to this bar called Borderline, or maybe 8 years ago. Now, Borderline is a bar that got shot up November 7th, 2018. So, I was supposed to go that night. I didn't go, but a lot of people got killed and there's like a mass shooter there. So it doesn't exist anymore. Before that, we went to this bar and I see Jason brought a girl that he's on a date with. And the whole time I'm looking at her body language and she's not in rapport with Jason. He's telling me, he's like, dude, I don't know. Something's off with this girl. I don't really feel like a connection. There's not a vibe here. And I'm looking around and I see that she's in rapport with some other guy over there. So I'm like, well, I'm going to go figure out what's going on. So I walk over to this guy and his friend. I'm like, oh, what's up, guys? How you been? Like, I just pretended like I knew them. I'm like, yeah, hey, you still have that girl? Like, weren't you seeing some girl or something? He's like, yeah, I'm not seeing her anymore. But she's over there with that guy. I'm like, oh, is that like your ex? He goes, yeah. I'm like, oh man, that sucks. I'm sorry. So then I tell Jason, I'm like, yo, like, that's her ex-boyfriend over there. So Jason calls her out. He's like, are you with me or you want to go be with your ex? And then after that, as soon as he did it, she got in rapport with him. Right? So just that little piece of information, just looking at her body language. She's pointing over there. That guy's pointing back at her. They're leaning at the same thing. They're matching and mirroring each other. I could see they're in rapport. So it gives you so much insight, this stuff. You can literally see a dynamic. So now imagine you're at a table and you're at dinner. Next time you guys go to dinner with the big group, which all of you are probably going to do this week, do me a favor. Pick up your drink, take a sip. Then, okay, I just want to show you something. Stand up. As soon as I said it, him and a bunch of other people, not just him, what'd you do? And he took a sip. Okay. That's called an embedded command in NLP. I didn't do it intentionally there, but if you wanted to like really influence people, you could talk about one thing and drop in commands in others. Like, so when you're at dinner, so you did it, sometimes they lag, right? But you do it anyways. Anyways, so when you're at dinner, you pick up your drink and you take a sip, which is an embedded command theoretically, right? And all of a sudden, I want you to look at the order of who does it next. This person, then this person followed. And what you're going to notice is who's in rapport with who. So there could be a chance that someone at the end of the table is not in rapport with me, but these three people are in rapport with me. And then those two are in rapport with them. And then those two at the end that are in rapport with them are in rapport with the end, like they got the very end. So actually the whole table ends up being connected because other people are connected with each other. So you could literally see the dynamics of the group and navigate it. Why is that important? See, even now, if you felt like you had to drink water, that's just a delayed response in your brain. It just took an extra minute. I'm just saying, like literally 50 of you or 100 of you, I've just seen you guys pick up your bottles and drink, right? So but that's from one line, just to show you how easily influenced we are. Now, so body language, you got breathing, you got blinking, you got mannerisms, right? What else? Now we're on body language. That body language, facial expressions. Thank you. So when you look at someone's face, if someone's very socially calibrated, what do? They match and mirror your face. You smile, what do? Smile back. Now remember, what controls someone's state? Focus, physiology. So if I now change my physiology and I'm smiling and I'm doing all this and they start doing it, what are they also unconsciously changing? Their state. So now I'm able to influence how someone feels around me. Like if I go up to you, I'm like, you want to go eat? Whatever. But if I go, hey, you want to go eat? Right? She smiled back. It's a lot more compelling. Why? Because I created the emotion. Right? So as long as you're able to match and mirror what someone else is doing or watch that they're able to do it to you, suddenly you're a lot more influential. This is all you got from this. I promise you this will take you miles. I mean, this will take you so much further than anything else. Just being aware of this. I was in Italy, and we get to Amalfi late at night. Like, I landed at, like, midnight. No one's even at the airport, and we're starving. We were fucking in a plane for, like, 13 hours. And we want to go eat. And there's this one pizza shop that says it's open until 1. So we're rushing out of the airport. We rush to get our rental car. And I get to this store. As we get to this store, the guy's literally locking the door to the restaurant. I'm like, fuck, no, please. And I go up to the guy and I go, excuse me, sir. And I just start smiling. And I'm just in my head, I'm just in the best fucking mood ever. And the guy looks at me and he's like, no, we're closed. No, like we're not doing it. And then I don't remember what I said. I cracked a joke or something and he started laughing and I started cracking up. I was so fucking tired. I was so delusional. I was so hungry. I start laughing. He starts laughing. He's like, you know what? And we go in. He gave us like 15 pizzas for free. He just kept bringing pizzas. I try this one and try this one and try this one. And we just kept eating. Why? Only because I was in rapport. Now, you touched your face. What did he do? Look at his hand. Also touching his face. I'm just showing you. Huh? Her with her. You see, you're looking at me, you're not even aware, and you touch, and then who just touched his face next? Look at him. See? Now she's touching her face in the back over there. Anyways, I'm just showing you, it happens non-stop. You raised your hand, which gave all of them in the back to raise their hand, gave them permission to raise their hand. I'm not going to answer it. I'm just showing you, like, everyone's constantly in tune with their entire environment. Whether you think it's just the people around you, you're all in tune with what's happening 24/7. There are literally neurons designated in your brain to pay attention to your environment. I'll get a quick volunteer up here. Here, come here. Give her a round of applause. All right. Okay, cool. So where are you from?
Israel.
And? See, I leaned back. What did she do? I leaned back. What did she do? Lean back, right? Okay. So where do you work?
In Tel Aviv.
See what she did there? See what happened? My hands went behind my back. She went like this because her hands wanted to match my hands, but she stopped it in the moment and she caught herself to the point where she didn't even let her hands go behind her back. She even changed her body language to resist it. So she's unconsciously doing it. Good job. You see, I moved. Look at me. I rotated. What did she just do? Right? She could try and fight it. It's not going to work. It doesn't matter. Point is whatever I do.
And if I'm doing something,
I nodded. She nodded. Huh? It can happen. It just depends who's leading. Is she leading or am I leading? I'm currently. I'm kidding. It was a joke. She's trying not to laugh. It's not.
I'm trying to this man.
Yeah. Well, the point is, she's actively resisting it. Yeah, of course you did. The point is, I turned again. What did she do? She turned to you. The point is, it doesn't matter. You cannot think about it. It will happen nonstop. It literally happens nonstop. So where are her feet? Pointed to you guys. So whatever I say, she'll do the opposite. Don't look over there.
Was in purpose.
Yeah, I know. All right. So
It's hard. Wow.
well, yeah, it's of course hard, right? So, what's your birthday?
June 19.
You're 19. And what are you, a Taurus, a Gemini?
Gemini.
I'm a Gemini. You have any siblings?
2 sisters.
What are their names?
Rotem and
What did you do
Hila.
today?
Eggs and
See the second her mind stops thinking about the present, it will default back into this. So if you don't tell someone
to
what's going
what?
on, huh? The second you stop thinking about it, like you're thinking about your 2 sisters, your brain literally stopped thinking about resisting. What did you do? Even now, I leaned forward. What'd you do? You lean forward. Point is you can't control it. We're gonna do a brief exercise where you're with just one partner and you're just gonna see. Now we're not done. What else do you mirror besides body language? Words. You mirror words. I'm doing great. How are you doing?
Great.
You get it? I'm telling you, just this alone is incredibly influential. Now, when you have words, you're also mirroring what? Tone, right? Like, hey, how are you?
I'm fine. How are you?
Right? Tone, tempo. I'm doing all right. What's new? What's going on? Yeah, she's going to try and resist it, but that's tempo, right? Slowing down. What else? Huh? Sometimes. If you're really, really, really good at that, yeah. Volume. How loud you are. That's tone. Tone is not, no, tone is like, what? Huh? Hi. Tempo. What else? Huh? Pauses? Yeah, maybe. Could be. The biggest one is phrases and words. You'll notice that like best friends almost sound exactly the same to the point where it's annoying sometimes. Like, what the fuck? Do you not think for yourself? Right? Well, it's because they're in really deep rapport. Very, very deep rapport. Now, you got body language, you got words. What else you got? Feelings. State. But this isn't really what anyone talks about, but I'll bring it up anyways. Feelings. Now, imagine you talk to someone without them knowing, and they're depressed, and you meet them where they're at. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, life is hard, huh? And then you start, oh, by the way, I saw this movie. And then you start getting excited, and then you get more excited. By the end of it, how do you think they're feeling without realizing why? They're feeling really good. So what I'm explaining is called pacing and leading. Give me your hand. No, just hold the mic. Here. So I'm walking with her this way. I let go of her. Stop. Now I went too far. I got to come back. I got to grab her again, and I got to come up. I went too far. I got to come back and get her. So pacing and leading is come back to this. When you're influencing someone, sometimes people go too fast. It's like, oh, you're depressed. Now you're happy. Way too fast, right? So I got to come like, hey, we're going over here. Every time I let go, stop. Oh, I lost her. I got to go meet her where she's at again. And then I can continue to lead her and see if she follows. Make sense? Yes? So your goal here is to do a brief exercise. We're just talking about their day, touching your face, nodding your head, moving around, changing your thing, crossing your arms, whatever it is, and you want to see if they respond. You're not fighting each other, you're just doing it. You see? Funny, right? So you'll see when you're in rapport with someone. I'll give you an example. You touched your face, correct? You know who else touched their face? Over there.
אותו דבר.
Yeah, of course they have. Yeah.
כן, גם.
Yeah. But you see, they're not matching each other. They're mirroring each other, doing the complete opposite. Yeah, for sure. Right? But you guys as well, you're matching each other. She's matching you. It goes all the way down, right? So I'm just saying, this happens all the time. The question is, can you become aware of it?
אם מישהו, שומעים?
Can you hear me? If somebody does the same motions with the legs, I cough, he coughs, I scratch my nose, he scratches his nose, what does it mean? That I can influence him? I mean, what does that actually give me, the fact that I notice that?
What do you do? If a higher ranking officer tells you an order, what do you do?
אני הולך.
Even if they're
I go.
by a 50 caliber machine gun, correct?
אז לא.
Well, you say no, but if he says do it, what do you normally do?
אם
You obey. Why?
כי יש לי סכנה.
Because there's danger.
Because you have rapport. Now, here's how far that goes. I'll give you guys a quick study. This guy named Stanley Milgram, who knows who he is? Stanley Milgram. Stanley Milgram's family got murdered in the Holocaust. And he was watching all of these Nazis go on trial. And one after the other, they asked them, why did you kill all of these people? And they said, one after the other, I was just following orders. So he said, maybe they're telling the truth. So he invented this experiment called the Milgram experiment. One of the most famous experiments ever done. Yes. So he takes a teacher and he takes a student. Now, the teacher is always going to be the person that they were doing the experiment on. The student is always going to be an actor, but they don't know that. You come into a room, you pull a thing, you're like, oh, look, I'm the teacher. The other's like, I'm the student. There's a massive wall. You go around the wall, and you see that there's a device that connects to you. You get a little shock. You're like, oh, this works. It electrocutes you. You come back to your side as the teacher, and you have this big board there with a bunch of big buttons. And it says 20 volts, 40 volts, 60, 80, 100, all the way up to 450 volts. On 450 volts, it said deadly. Now, how it works, you ask the student a question, they answer, they get it wrong, you move the voltage up, and you electrocute them. What percentage of people do you think went all the way up to 450 volts? Now, here's the catch before you answer the question. Whenever the other person would get electrocuted, eventually they would start screaming. They'd say, stop, I have kids, my heart hurts, my chest hurts, please. And then they would go silent. The only thing here was there was a person in a lab coat, a doctor, Milgram, Stanley Milgram, who would stand there and say, keep going. Keep going. Don't stop. Keep going. The experiment's not done. Keep going. What percentage of people you think went all the way to 450 volts? This has been repeated over 100 times. What percentage? 70%. 70% of people. Now, what percentage of people went all the way to 250 volts? You know that your wall here has 220, enough to kill you. What percentage of people went to 250 volts? 100. Repeated over 100 times. 100% of people went over there. Why? Because someone who had enough rapport, because he had enough authority, told them to do it. Told them to kill another person. Now, why is that interesting? You asked, how do you apply this? If you have enough rapport with someone, you can get them to do anything you want. Period. You could also see when you lose rapport with someone. You could see when you said something offensive and all of a sudden they no longer feel the same with you. You could sense it. We intuitively know it. But can you observe it? Can you see them no longer matching and mirroring your body language? You're like, wait a second. What's going on here? Right? Of course you can. Why? Because there's no longer rapport there. If they have authority over you, you're going to have a shit ton of rapport with them. The more authority they have over you, the president of the United States or Bibi Netanyahu, whether you like him or not, if he came here, even if you don't like him, you'll have rapport with him.
What if I'm with a group of people that I don't want to be rapport with, like a restaurant or something, or I don't know, a shelter?
You should always want to be in rapport.
No, but I'm like, there is alarm. I'm in the shelter with a lot of stressed people. I don't want to be stressed, so
yeah, but it's fine.
Like, so I just need to lead them.
Well, if you're in the shelter, you're probably already stressed.
But if I'm not stressed, like by myself,
then
but
chilling, and then they'll be chilling. Here, there's another thing done. Okay, in the 1900s, there's a bunch of people sitting. You guys can look this up. There's a bunch of people sitting in a restaurant. The restaurant catches on fire. Everyone dies. Why? Nobody left. No, literally, no one got up and left. Why did they get up and leave? Because their brain was like, well, I didn't pay the bill. And everyone around you is not getting up to leave. So they didn't. So they all died. That's how stupid people are. Here's another example. They did an experiment. I even do this experiment at my seminars sometimes. Where they have 3 lines. And they show that. They go A, B, C. They go, which one's the biggest one? They'll have 10 people go and they'll all say B. What's the 11th one do? Obviously, B's the fucking shortest one. And what do they say?
B.
B. You guys are like, nah, there's no way. That's actually how people are. I'll tell you a personal example. I'm sitting with my dad at a restaurant. We're having lunch. And I'm looking at, here's the restaurant. There's a driveway here for the valet and a driveway here. And then the street. So you can park and then the parking's in the back. So I see an old man is there and he falls. And I look around, everyone saw, oh, he fell. Everyone's like, and I'm looking around for like 3 seconds. No one's getting up. I look at the valet, who's just looking at him like this. And I'm just like, is this fucking for real? Is literally nobody gonna get up? It's called the bystander effect. The more people that are around, the more you assume someone's gonna do something about it. So I got up and I helped the fucking guy. No one else would have helped him. And it just, to me, right, when I look at our natural instincts and how we behave, you would think, like, here's the thing. We have this stupid belief that we're in control and that wouldn't be me and I wouldn't do that. And it's just not true. It's not true. When you realize it and you learn about it, you could change it. So I'm teaching you this because what's the benefit of being in rapport with someone? The benefit is you have more leverage. You can influence them. You can see when there's a connection and when there's not. If you're about to close the deal with someone, are you going to close it when they're matching and mirroring you, or are you going to close it when there's no rapport at all? I'm going to close it when I see I'm at the maximum rapport. Otherwise, why the fuck would I do it? Hey, you ready to spend $1 million with me when there's zero rapport? Who's going to spend $1 million with me when there's no rapport? Come on. So you can see the practical application.
If you're ready to truly reprogram your mind so you can have everything you've wanted, you want to make more money, you generally want to get in shape, you want to attract your ideal partner, what has to happen? Is it years of therapy? Is it years of coaching? Or what if you had an audio you could listen to? 5 audios specifically for 15 minutes a day that completely rewired your mind. Well, I have a program called Subconscious Remap, and there's a link below in the description. And what it does over 5 days is you listen to an audio for 15 minutes a day. The same way you listen to music, except when you finish listening to this audio, your mindset has completely changed. Your confidence skyrockets. Suddenly money starts pouring into your pocket. Suddenly people are calling you that you didn't even expect. You maybe didn't talk to them for years, and then bam, they're interested in you. Bam, they call you. Where is it coming from? Your brand new programming. You show up different. You find a new fire inside you. So if you're genuinely interested in completely changing your life over 5 days, we're having a crazy sale right now, 90% off Subconscious Remap. Usually it's $3,000. Right now and right now only, it's $297. Click the link below. If you happen to watch this video on a later date, the link will likely redirect you to somewhere else. If for some reason my team forgot to do it, lucky you. Enjoy Subconscious Remap, have it rewire your mind, and let me help you go to the next level.